Hey y'all, it's your girl Miss Ray, and listen, I have formulated a list of the top thriving industries that you can make money in for 2025. Okay, now this list is not in any particular order, so it's not saying okay, this is the top five or the top 10. No, it's in whatever order, but they all are thriving industries that are needed for 2025 that you can make money in, and it seems to be growing as well, right? Over the years, when I look back at the statistics of these industries, they have grown such a tremendous way. And I feel like if you want to be a part of this, then this is something that you need to think about. Choose an industry, whatever industry you think you are good in and that you may want to take part in. But just listen to all of the industries, because if you're just starting out, something in particular may be like, I think I might want to try that. And if you're already in an industry, maybe you can delve in it even deeper and you can find sub niches that are within that realm. So yeah, it can be niche specific. However, when you are into each industry, there's always a deeper level to go. There's always a way to hone in so tight on your target audience that you are thinking of the ways that you can serve that particular audience even better, right? So let's just say if it's the healthcare industry. The healthcare industry is such a broad industry that you can make money in. Now, when you go to niching it, you may want to service nurses within the healthcare industry. Now, if you want to sub niche it, you may want to service nurses that travel into it. You get what I'm saying? So the sub niching is basically adding on and going a little bit deeper in order to service a specific audience. Because when you're servicing a more broader audience, you may have people that may not be interested in certain parts, and some may be interested in other. You can really hone in on that specific target audience, and as you grow your business, you'll be able to expand in order to service the other areas of that business as well. Okay. So, I'm about to give you the top thriving industries for 2025 that you can make money in, and we're going to go over this list real quick, okay? Now, the first one is agriculture. So if you're into any type of land ownership, you may want to buy a piece of property or a small piece of land just to start, depending on what your finances are at. You can get into agriculture and you can build a garden. A small garden, right? Or you can go as big as to getting a huge piece of land, putting a garden on there, and deciding to sell your things at market in the local town or what have you, right? Because most times when you're on a larger farm level, you're going to be further out into the country, more so to speak, than you are in the inner city. So the next one is arts, entertainment, creative, and designer. Thank you. Hello. So the next one is arts, entertainment, and creative designer, right? You may want to get into the arts field. It's so many ways that you can do it. You can draw pictures and paintings and you can sell it. You can have art classes. Think about the people that have the painting sips. You may be creative to where you know how to design certain clothes and you may want to teach that to other people, right? That's a great way to grow within that realm. So, even in these industries, you may go from actually doing the work yourself to becoming a teacher or instructor to be able to help other people to do it, because you've developed the skills necessary to know the good parts about it, the bad parts that don't get talked about, and everything else in it, right? Now, um, also with the arts and crafts and designer, you will be able to design different things, right? You don't just have to design drawings or paintings or clothes. You can develop things virtually as well. You can go online on the web and create web pages and become a web page designer, right? You can design their social media for them. There's so many industries that you can delve in, and then there are platforms that you can actually use in order to solicit your services on, so that when people come to you to buy from that platform, and you can share it with other people outside as well. You don't have to wait until someone uses that specific platform. You can share it with the world that so they can read all about you. They can read what your history is, what your expertise is, what specific niche do you get into that it may be able to help the client as well, okay? And the next one is governments and nonprofits, right? If you get those government contracts, maybe you want to get government contracts with your local post office, or you may want to get government contracts where you're actually providing a service of fixing up buildings and offices, or providing supplies for the government to be able to give to their distribution centers across the world, because they're everywhere, right? And then also with that, you don't even have to be present. You can subcontract the work out to a subcontractor that can take the supplies to that office themselves, or that can fix up a specific office and design it for the government. And then when you get paid, you pay your subcontractor. You're kind of like the middleman, okay? So that's another good thing that you could do as well. Become a subcontractor. The nonprofit industry, they are giving away money like they never gave away money before. Okay, and one thing about when they give you money as for being a subcontractor, the grants and stuff that you win, you have to think about this. If the grant money isn't used in that fiscal year, there may be a chance that it get lessened the following year. So when you can find a way to make your business a nonprofit in order to help the people in your community, or to help whatever it is, then you can go and get a nonprofit, go apply for the grants, make sure that the a business plan adds up with the numbers that you're asking for within that grant, and go after it, right? That's a very good way. And you can also work with other people within the nonprofit realm in order to succeed. There are associations too. So there, whatever industry that you're in, there are associations that you can become a part of that can give you tips, tricks, and trades of the industry. That's a good thing to do too. Okay. Now, as a business owner, I personally suggest that you have a LinkedIn page, and that's for you to be able to do your business dealings when you're talking to decision makers, or when you're building your profile and you want prominent people to see you, not just going over to the Facebooks and other platforms and stuff. You can go there to service your audience, but you may want to, hey, you may want to go over to the LinkedIn of it to be able to network with like-minded individuals like yourself, so other decision makers like you. Or you may want to go to industry conferences that exist within your niche. They have it in every single niche. You just have to go out and do your research to be able to know where, what and where it is for the associations, and they will give you resources to maybe jobs, or jobs that are looking for independent contractors or business owners, and the things that you may need for training. It would tell you all of that. There's no reason to be not knowing whatever it is that you need to know to get started in business, because those associations are a great resource to get you started and to help you grow. The next one is the banking, finance, and accounting industry. So many people are starting businesses. Like, think about it. Today, it is so easy to start a business versus it was 20 years ago, right? We have the internet that be able to help us to market our business. So if you are in the accounting realm, think about how many people are starting a business that have no idea how to manage their books, how to manage what's coming in and what's going out. Hey, so biotech and pharmaceuticals. You could take that and do whatever it is that you want in different industries. Even with pharmaceuticals, you can go out there and start a company as a or hire independent contractors to be able to do deliveries for pharmaceuticals. Right? When you have, they have delivery pickups for prescriptions. Why don't you take part in that? Get a contract with these stores that are like drugstores or what have you, and you be able to deliver pharmaceutical products to the customer, which is totally outside of like DoorDash and Instacart. So, or you can do hospital to hospital, or maybe you want to learn how to deliver a organ from one place to another. Get into that realm as well, right? So we have construction. So we have construction, engineering, and environment, right? Hello. We have those three things: construction, engineering, and environment. People are building things like nobody's business, right? We're always seeing things being developed and growing, even if it's not something being grown from the started from the ground up. Maybe there is a building, an old dilapidated building that is out there, and it may need a little bit of remodeling done to it. In the construction industry, you'll be able to do the remodels. I know in certain cities they turn old schools into apartments. So now you're going to go in and remodel these old school rooms, classrooms, and turn them into apartments and create a whole new layout in a foundation that was already pre existing versus building a house or a building from the ground up, right? Well, hello there. And then we have consultant. Now, with a consultant, you can be a consultant for any industry, okay? The industry that you may already be in, you can just go ahead and consult people on how to do it. It's basically being the teacher or the go-to or the coach or what have you in order to assist someone else or another business in being able to grow or be developed within that industry. So you can pick that. It doesn't matter the industry. Is every single industry is going to need a consultant. Okay, so there's plenty of room for you to fit in and be a consultant because there are certain industries where you just don't see many exist. Okay, so consulting is really good for a thriving business in 2025 to make some good money off of. And with the consultant services, you can not only provide coaching, you may provide e-guides or you may provide classes, seminars, and things like that. Like it's so many different ways that you can earn a income, hey, off of consulting. Now, consumer products and services. I'm from the US. Consumer products and services is another good industry that you can get into. E-commerce. Oh, e-commerce is good too. You can get into that industry. The education coaches and classes. So, like I was saying before, you may want to provide virtual classes. It's still a lot of classes that I see that are face to face, but as we convert over, I believe 2020 has made it available for us to do more things online, and it's been feasible for people, for the consumers, because why? Attending an in-person event versus a virtual event is way better because when you have an in-person event, you have to make sure you get a babysitter if you have children. You have to make sure you carve out time for this event to get there and to travel, and you may have to, even if it's out of state from where you live, there is accommodations that you have to make in order to be able to attend. But as a business owner, if you choose to have classes that are virtual versus classes that are in person, you can reach a broader audience because now you're getting people from across the world. You may be getting people that do have children that aren't able to attend physically, but they can sit there and be able to watch it from the comfort of their home and have their, device on mute. So, events and event planning, right? You can schedule events and event planning. You can become one of those. They're making money, they're striving. You can do it in so many different realms. There are companies out there. Maybe you want to solicit your business to other business owners to be able to help them plan their events. So, let's just say, for instance, there's a hospital that has a Christmas drive every year, right? And if that Christmas drive is going forward, maybe they want to pay you in order to put it to pass to where you have your own team to be able to pass out these gifts, to be able to set up the event, to be able to get out the flyers to the people wherever necessary. You can use the event planning service for things like that. It doesn't just have to be for smaller entities, right? It could be for larger events as well, depending on what you want to do in your niche realm. The next one is franchise opportunities. Okay. So you can take advantage of franchise opportunities just by thinking of a company that you may want to invest in. So, say if you like Chick fil A, okay? You may want to go to Chick fil A's website and then you go look for franchise opportunities, see what the qualifications is to become a franchise owner. And this goes for any company. You don't just have to do it for Chick fil A, you can do it for any given company to see if they offer franchise opportunities for you to be able to open your business. And each one will tell you whether you'll just be managing or whether you'll be full owner, when you'll be able to make your own rules, or do you have to follow the whole system rules of Chick-fil-A. It tells you everything, and then it tells you usually how much it costs to get started. Some companies I've seen wanted $10,000 to start a franchise. Some companies may want $20,000. It's up to each individual specific company to decide what they want to charge you to become a franchise owner of, to take advantage of their franchise opportunities, okay? Healthcare, health, and fitness. Oh, we love health and fitness, right? So many people start health and fitness in January, right? Then they fall off. If you could find a way to get people to stop falling off come January 15th, then that will be a good niche to explore. Maybe you might want to be an accountability coach for people that may have challenges or deal with any type of adversity as they're starting their fitness journey. Maybe you could be that coach, that motivation coach that can help people to say, get to moving. It's gonna burn today, but it's gonna work tomorrow. It's gonna feel good tomorrow. So you can do so many different things in the health and fitness. You don't actually have to be in the gym doing a fitness class in order to be a fitness in the fitness industry. You don't have to be that fitness instructor. You can actually be a consultant in the fitness industry for people who want to work out but don't have an accountability partner. So many realms that you can dive into in the fitness realm and in the health realm as well. You can help people to eat healthy. You can become a holistic practitioner. You can have supplements that are good for people that you know and you stick to or what have you. There are so many different realms that you can get into when you're dealing with the fitness and the health aspect of it. Or maybe you have herbals that you may want to put together, different concoctions, and create something that can help heal people or help people, right? Hospitality, hotel, travel, and service industry. So if you want to be a travel agent, maybe you want to be an all-out travel agent where you put the whole accommodations together for a person, from the hotel to the rental car to the flights and things like that. You may want to get into that industry and say, I will give you this destination for this price. Maybe you have a specific site where you're working for that offers affiliate program to share what their resorts look like or what the vacations look like, and you can sell that vacation package and get an incentive for whatever the person chooses to spend. Some companies are like 30%, but don't quote me because it's not all companies. So you may get a 30% referral just from different resorts and things like that, or vacation destinations where they offer a trip to the consumer. You go spread the word as a consultant or as a travel agent. And once you spread that word and tell it to the audience and put it out there, be creative with however you put it together, you get that percentage of whatever sales that you bring in. And we all love a good vacation. We all need a getaway at some point in time, whether it's a staycation, a vacation, a cruise, or what have you. We all need a vacation, but it's up to you to be able to convince your audience of why they may need it and put together the whole accommodations for them and get paid in the process, both from your client and as an affiliate with the different companies that exist out there. Maybe there are some affiliate programs where you can even get into the flights, where you can get a percentage of however much a person spends on flights. Referral marketing is so very good for any industry, because the referral marketing is what's going to get you the commission that you may get from a customer that may not yet be a customer of yours. It may just be a lead for you, but they buy into a product or service that you're offering, but they don't necessarily, you don't get the main portion of the cut, okay? So that's good with referral marketing. You can add that as an extra stream into any given business that you have, okay? Any industry. So the next one is insurance. You can sell any kind of insurance: car insurance, life insurance. Get into the knowing of the different types of insurance policies, health insurance. You may want to have cruise insurance or vacation insurance. It's so many different renters insurance, homeowners insurance. It's so many different insurances that you can step into and to be able to offer to your people. Go take the necessary trainings that you need to do to become an insurance agent, and you can sell insurance to anyone that you deem will be your target audience. Here's the good part about it: if you choose to be a travel agent, and then you want to partner in selling vacation insurance, now that's another stream of income that you're adding into your business. And that's what they mean when they say seven streams of income. It's still on the same lines of doing what you're already doing. You're just adding in another component that makes sense to the very product or service that you're currently adding value to your customers, okay? The next one is HR, employee services and benefits. So this one will be good for someone who has knowledge in the HR field or employee benefits. And say you work for a company and you can see all of the different things that may exist, or problems that may exist within that realm. So say for instance, when I was in human resources, I did a lot of the hiring. So I was able to review resumes, and then I was able to interview people. And when I interviewed people, there were certain things that I noticed and paid attention to that was a repeated cycle amongst a lot of people. And they didn't know that they were getting it wrong or getting it right, but it was something that needed to be shared amongst anyone for interview tips. Maybe you can step into giving out interview tips to the general public. Maybe you can help with resume services, because you know that resumes may not look the way that they should, or that's industry standard for the day and time that we live in. Maybe you want to advise people of, hey, you no longer need to put the year that you graduated college or school on your resume, because it's kind of telling your age. And yeah, so there's so many different realms that you can step into when it comes to the HR and the benefits, and becoming a consultant for that industry to help people who may need jobs, or who offer a resource where you're giving out the different jobs that are available to people, especially today with the work at home jobs. Now, if you want to add in an added component to your income, maybe you could become an affiliate of Amazon, right? And you become an affiliate of Amazon, and you begin to solicit the headphone sets and get a commission off of that. You may want to solicit office supplies that they may need for a work from home company. Now you've added that extra stream of income to what you're already doing by becoming a referral marketer for the products that they may need in order to be successful working from home. Another one is investors. So usually our investors are were always known to be like these big wig people with a lot of money, and they had so much money that they really didn't know what to do with it, so they decided to invest it in smaller companies or people that have an idea but don't have the finances or the resources to get it. So investors come in and they help people or help businesses to be able to grow. And it's kind of like a loan from a person versus the bank, right? Especially if you're in the housing market and you decide to purchase houses or buildings, you have investors that are willing to help you as long as you can show them what the ROI is for each individual property. So you can also become an investor as well by they have crowd investing where you say you don't have millions of dollars, but you are investing $100 into a crowdfunding platform, and you begin to see the return on your investment by what you choose to invest your money in, and it's collectively put together. And so with your portion that you put in, you'll receive a return on your investment. It's kind of like the stock market, but for investors on a smaller level that may only have, say, $100 to put into becoming an investor. There are opportunities available for you at every single level that you can think of for each industry, okay? So let's talk about marketing. Let's talk about marketing, advertising, and social media, right? So, when you're marketing, advertising, and social media, maybe you are the go to, or maybe you are the GOAT of the industry where you can show people how to manage, you can manage people's social media accounts for them, or maybe you can solicit their services and products to other people. Maybe you want to be a brand ambassador and you may just want to share it with your audience that you currently have in whatever industry that you're in. And because you become a brand ambassador for different companies, it's sort of like referral marketing, but it's on a larger scale, okay? And to become a brand ambassador, you got micro brand ambassadors, you got macro. So it's different types. You can have as low as 500 followers. And the one thing about being a brand ambassador, companies now understand that the smaller the brand ambassador following has, the more personal it may be. So they're not just looking for people with large followings. Yes, they will work, but people that also have smaller followings. It's more of a close knit type engagement with their audience because these people are knowing them, liking them, and trusting them, and they'll even listen to what they say. So if you, as a brand ambassador, go out and say, buy this product, it really looks cute, and I think you should invest in it. Maybe I can say this: hey, this phone case is really nice. You can get it for a very low price, and just by visiting such and such a or wherever, and then you tag that company in it, you get paid a percentage. The product is something that people would love to have, and it will provide a solution because it would be a case for their phone that would prevent the phone from having any damage in case it dropped or what have you, depending on how you market that product or service for that company as a brand ambassador. And then you get a one-time payout. They may be able to use there's contracts, negotiations that you can make where how many times that they may want to use you for a month, or how many times they may want to use that one commercial or advertisement that you did for them. So you can work out the kinks behind the scenes with that. But brand ambassador is a great one, okay? And then professional services. You may want to offer professional services to people. Public relations, okay? Um, when you get into public relations, maybe you want to help people start a business and getting into the industry of radio or television or newspaper articles. And now you're that go-to person to be able to write the pitch for a company and or person, and if the person is the brand, and then you will be able to go over the contracts and things like that. Present a whole complete package for these television shows and internet shows and TV, radio, whatever have you that you're soliciting to, newspaper, and it would be good. And because you know that you saying the right words that can get people in those right rooms. So you may want to do that for somebody, and it's really good if you have the art of communicating, right? Okay. So the next one is real estate. Real estate will never go anywhere. Why? Because it is like so valuable. How many people will always be buying homes and selling homes or investment properties or like we see today, Airbnb and things of that nature. So when you're in the real estate realm, it is so many different opportunities that you can step into. Being a property manager, maybe you just want to be the lawn care person for the groundskeeper for the real estate industry. Maybe you want to be the person who goes out and take photos of the property when it's about to go in foreclosure, and you want to let the banks know, hey, this property is occupied. We got to do an eviction, or you send messages. You're that go-to person between the bank and the person who owns a mortgage or what have you to go to that property to see what's going on because it's right in your community. Because remember, the banks are in certain states. They can't get to it. Who would they use? They're going to use people like you that are interested in that aspect of the real estate field to be able to go out and take pictures or be able to go out and do property preservation for those properties, okay? And then restaurant food and beverage. Oh, we love some food. Sometimes we love our belly so much that we are willing to spend our last dollar to get something to eat. You make that meal presentable and make it really pretty and make it look like a 5-star meal, even if it's inside of a container, a plastic container or styrofoam container. If you can make some food look like 5-star food in a styrofoam container, you're going to have some sales. If you create a dessert option that most people don't really think about having and it's really good, um, guess what? It's going to sell. I remember seeing a company that has breakdowns. So I guess in prison, there are certain foods that the prisoners have, and they brought it home and they shared it with their family, and people like, oh, it tastes so good, you should start a business. So this company has started a business by selling the foods that they had to survive off of in prison. There's another company that has like very good cereal ice cream. They mix the different cereals up in the ice cream and they make these cute little cones and desserts out of it, and it tastes really good, and a lot of people don't even know that they wouldn't think of that, putting cereal with ice cream. Usually people think of putting cereal with milk, and then once they taste it, they're like, oh my goodness, this is so good. But you providing that one good meal or recipe to people, even if you just do it online and you take pictures and videos and you show people how to. Listen, even if it's something that I want to learn how to cook, I am going to go to TikTok, okay? This is my secret. I'm going to go to TikTok and I'm going to go in that search bar and figure out how to cook such and such. If your contact is there or the food that you have prepared is there, I'm going to see it. You're going to get paid. You're going to get views. So you'll be getting paid from the social media platforms that you exist on. It's not just about having a restaurant. You can solely be from the comfort of your home in your kitchen and appear online. You don't even have to be around people physically, okay? Just virtually. So we talked about retail and apparel manufacturing and distribution. That's a great industry for you as well. Sports and recreation. Maybe you want to start a team for the kids in your neighborhood, or at disadvantaged children, to be able to have sports or some type of activity to keep them busy during the day, especially if it's like a time where they're home by themselves between from the time they get out of school until mom or dad gets home from work. There may be a program that you want to offer to keep kids out of trouble. You can offer that through sports and recreation, creating a program, especially if you become a nonprofit. That would be really good. You can get funding for the state and you'll be able to help these children to not get into harm's way while their parent is doing the best that they can to bring in the finances for their home, right? Now, another one that is growing is technology, IT services, security services, the SaaS, and all of that. Listen, We have transitioned over into the virtual world so deep now that IT is so needed. Like back when computers first came out, you had a small IT team. Now you have IT teams and developers and IT help desk of people that have an expertise in the computer or maybe in the phone or maybe on the web, where you can be able to help other people to solve a problem because they may not be as proficient in the computers or savvy in recognizing issues on their device. And that may come in where you're like, okay, I want to be that go-to person. It's thriving in 2025. Okay. Now, transportation and logistics. That's another huge one. It's so many different independent drivers. I really believe that DoorDash, Uber Eats, Lyft, all of those companies have made it so much easier to become an independent contractor and to be able to solicit services where you're doing transportation and logistics from your personal car. You don't have to have no big old cargo van, and you don't have to have a big old 18-wheeler truck. There are certain things that you can deliver within your own car. Think about this. If you're at the airport and you lose your luggage and you call the airport and let them know, once your luggage is found, they're going to hire a transportation or logistics company that may come out, pick up your luggage, and deliver it right to your doorstep. Who else do you think is doing this? This is outside services. So becoming independent contractors or starting your own businesses in these different realms is so much easier now versus working a 9 to 5. Or you can do it as a supplement income, right? And the good part about it is you don't have to worry about the taxes being taken out, but you also have to be accountable at the end of the year to provide your statements, okay? But transportation and logistics is really great if you're, even if you just want to be an independent contractor before you actually start your own business. Okay, another one is web design and web development. We talked about that. Email marketing. Email marketing is so great because now you can teach people how to market their businesses via the email, how to capture their audience, how the leads that come in, what are they providing to the people once they get into that email. See, that email address is like a virtual home address. People show up there when they get mail, they check their mailbox. The percentage rate of opens now are not what they used to be, but it's still a great resource because these people have invested in you or the company so much to where they decided to even get on an email list, whether they purchase something or not. So if you can teach people how to be good or how to excel or how to get a better open rate within email marketing or what to provide or what taglines to use, what titles to use, whatever it is that you can do in order to teach someone else to be great at email marketing, that may be the niche for you, but it is thriving in 2025, okay? Another one is cybersecurity, okay? Business investment, marketing, professional networking, project management, video production. Maybe you want to go out and do video scenes and record for people. I like those videos where they can show the city and they go up in the sky with the drones. Maybe you have a drone and you want to do those type of videos and edits for different events and things that people are having. Or maybe you have one of those picture booths where it's circular and it just spins around and you dancing and stuff like that, and you making money at parties. Video production is very good. People love to have videos and pictures done for special occasions, whether they're taking maternity photos or they're having a baby shower or they're having a home uh, you know housewarming party, or if they're having birthday parties. People love video producers, okay? And it's just not that many out there. Or you can actually take that industry and you can teach people how to become a videographer. How about that? You can teach people online where you don't even have to leave the comfort of your home, and you can show people how to be great at what they do. Okay, so another one is reputation management. It's kind of like a brand ambassador. The brand ambassador the brand management, they go and they make sure that your brand looks good, your colors and everything is in order. But that reputation manager is going to make sure that you're saying the right things. They're going to help you to avoid a lot of conflict, especially in the social media world or the virtual world that we are in. There are certain times where you can get triggered, all right, by other people's responses. And it is more so needed now because so many businesses are online versus when people were doing traditional marketing offline. Okay, so reputation management is very good for online because now people have more of a chance to see a person on a personal level versus the companies where you didn't even know that the business owners existed. Okay, so that's a good industry for you to step into if you want to help other businesses or people do that as well. um, Wholesale marketplaces. So we know what wholesaling is. That's a good industry. It's going to always be a good industry, especially as you get people that want to start their businesses. Maybe you're the go to that gets the bigger amounts of the product or service that you're offering, right? So say if you're offering a product. I know Mother's Day is coming up and they have those big old pretty rose teddy bears, and so many different small businesses or individuals want to sell that come Mother's Day. Well, here's a trick. Come February, I believe between January and February, uh China has their new year and they take one whole month off. You know you need to have it in stock before they go on their Chinese New Year's, okay? So you as a wholesaler may gather up thousands of these right now. You may spend $10,000 or $5,000 on those teddy bears, and then you distribute it to smaller businesses, and it help with their taxes and where they can keep their price lower because you've purchased it on a large wholesale basis, and then you sold it on a smaller wholesale basis where you're still making money, but you're selling more product versus trying to sell it to an actual consumer. Okay. You can offer literary services. That's if you want to help people to read, if you want to help people to learn English as a second language or any other language that you may be a part of. If you want to help people succeed in taking tests, or if you have a specific industry like in real estate, there are tests that you have to take. You may be wanting to show them how to study and prepare for what will be on their test. So you can offer literary services of any sort to whoever that you like as well, okay? Another one is lead generation, and that's just pretty much how you're going to get people to come to your businesses, owners that you are working with. How are you going to get people to show up to see what they're offering? There are different tactics on getting lead generation for your clients as well if you decide to become a lead generator. All of these things you can go and Google and you can learn and more about, okay? So the next one is bottled water distributor. Yeah, you can become a bottled water distributor. People drink water. Maybe you can offer a bottled water with your name on it. Maybe you can say this is the healthiest, best water that's going to keep you alive and looking young and youthful for so many years to come, even in old age. And you're going to have somebody that has perfect, flawless skin because they drink their water. And you're soliciting your service based off of the benefits that your specific water will bring to a person, okay? Business brokerage and advisory services. So anything dealing with business where you're able to help business owners, because even the business development services, those anything that can help a business owner, they need as much help as they can to be able to grow and thrive and be successful within the business realm. You can offer that to that audience. You can just go in and figure out what niche you want to step into on the business realm, and then you can choose a sub niche by determining what industry and what specific person or people, type of people within that industry may need from you. So those are a list of the things of the businesses that will be thriving in 2025 as we step into the year, what have you. And these businesses are like, oh my goodness, beautiful. The ideas that you can create are endless. It's so many different endless possibilities that you can take advantage of just by stepping into the realm of one of these business or any other business that you choose. My advice to you is go Google and research and do your own research on how you can grow within that industry. If you heard an industry that I mentioned that you like, go learn more about it. Go look at how much the pay is for that industry. Go look at the A to Z to starting that business. Go just research and see if that's something that you're interested in, because you can take these things to so many different heights. It's beautiful, okay? So that's what I have for you. Those are the top industries that are going to be thriving in 2025 and beyond as we know it so far. And if you have any other questions or you want to see other types of video, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if this was something that interests you. And until next time, let's grow.